Hey everybody, Crypto Sloth here. Just wanted to post a quick video about the launch phase of Hedron, kind of what it is, why it's important, how to get access to the bonuses that are going to be available in the first 100 days of Hedron. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out my first video on my channel about what Hedron is, and that'll give you a good idea of what's going on for you to utilize this information. So the reason why Hedron is having this launch phase where everybody who has hex stakes is able to get bonuses on top of their normal mintable Hedron is because the token Hedron aims to be kind of an abstraction of B shares that have paid out hex to the staker class. However, because Hedron's launching on February 26th of 2022, there are about 2 years of hex history where Hedron didn't exist. And so in order to make up for all the Hedron that was not able to be minted beforehand, because Hedron didn't exist, bonuses to minting are going to be given to those who interact with the Hedron contract on the first 100 days. And so this is really important. Everybody who has a hex stake can get a bonus applied to their stakes. So if you're watching this before launch, all of your native stakes will be able to get a bonus added on top of it, and any stake that you make through Hedron as an HSI stake will automatically get these bonuses attached to it. And these bonuses exist for the duration of the stake. So you'll have this ability to mint all this extra Hedron until you, of course, end your stake. So how does it work? Well, the launch phase lasts for 100 days, starting on February 26th, which is the launch date, and then bonuses are added on top of the base mintable rate for every stake that interacts with a Hedron contract. And the way that the bonuses are giving out is that the first 10 days you'll be able to get a 10x, then the next 10 days you'll get a 9x, and that will continue to decrease until the last day, day 100, where there is a 1x added on top of the mintable Hedron. And then on day 101, no more bonuses are ever going to be able to be claimed or minted for. So that's great. All of us hex stakers who are paying attention to Hedron before the launch date and within the first 100 days are going to get rewarded with extra Hedron for the life of any stake that we have currently or are making during this launch phase time. But how do we get that? Well, if you're creating an HSI stake through the Hedron contract, the launch phase bonus will automatically be applied to that stake upon creation of the stake. So there's nothing else you have to do. However, for stakes that were made natively through go.hex.com, you have a couple options. With native stakes, there are two different functions that you can run to claim your bonus: minting or claiming. So the minting function is the normal minting function used in the Hedron contract to mint Hedron. So if you do this, you're going to mint Hedron, it's going to go into your wallet, and then on top of that, that stake will have a bonus added on top of it. Now there's another option for native stakes, and that's claiming. And when you run the claim function, you're essentially claiming your bonus without minting any Hedron. So you just tell the contract that this stake was here at the time during the launch phase and it wants a bonus. The contract will record that, and anytime through the history of that stake, whenever you want to mint, you'll be able to get that bonus on top of it. So let's go through some pros and cons of claiming versus minting. For minting, the pros are you get your coins immediately. Maybe you want to provide liquidity with those coins, and you can also, sell and swap them. Some potential negatives of minting to get your bonus would be the potential taxable event. Since it's a new project, and especially if you're minting on day one, somebody may set the price in a liquidity pool on, say, Uniswap to be $30 per Hedron. And maybe you minted a couple million Hedron. Well, now you're left with a huge taxable event. So that's an important factor to keep in mind. Also keep in mind that when you're minting these coins, you're not going to be able to mint them in the future. So this could mean the potential for less minting if an AMR bonus ever comes into play. Now, a lot of you may not know what the advancement ratio bonus is, and I'll explain that in a future video. But essentially, there are certain ecosystem states where it's potential for additional bonuses to be added on top of these bonuses for minting Hedron. And if you've already minted coins on certain days served, those days you wouldn't be able to claim that even additional bonus on top of that. So for claiming, the pros would be that you would preserve your mintable days, and just like I said before, this could be beneficial if an AMR event ever were to be triggered. And then also, you're able to get your bonus without triggering a taxable event, which is great. Of course, the cons of this would be no immediate liquidity, so you wouldn't be able to sell any of your Hedron tokens. And then also, anytime you're going to want to mint tokens in the future, you're going to have to pay an extra gas fee on top of the gas fee that you paid to claim your bonus. So let's take the example that I used in my previous video about Hedron. Let's say we have a stake that has 500 B shares for the max stake length, and it's served 100 days but has not minted any days yet. And then additionally, let's say it claimed a bonus on the first 10 days for a 10x bonus. So the mintable Hedron that we would be entitled to with this stake is equal to the base rate of mintable Hedron plus the bonus that was claimed during the launch phase. So the base rate is the same function as mintable Hedron on my previous video, which is B shares times days served minus days minted. And then your bonus is calculated by your base rate times the multiplier that you get when you claim. So in this case, it's a 10. So in calculating how much mintable Hedron we'll have for these 100 days served, we would just simply take that formula and take the bonus and plug it into the mintable Hedron formula. And then we'd factor out the base rate, and we'd get the mintable Hedron to be base rate times 1 plus the multiplier. Plug in the numbers, and we get 550,000 Hedron able to be minted. Let's take a look at another example, slightly changing the numbers so we get a better idea of what's going on. Say we have again 500 B shares, max stake length, 100 days served when you minted. So minting is the thing that gives us the bonus in this scenario. And then you say you minted on day 11, so now you would get a 9x bonus. And then say when we actually want to do the mint that we're calculating now, it's on day 300 of the days served. So the base rate of Hedron that would be able to be minted is 500 times 300, the days served, minus 100, which was the days minted during the launch phase, and that would be 100,000 Hedron. Take that 100,000 Hedron and then plug that into the mintable Hedron formula, and then we would actually get 1,000,000 Hedron that would be able to be minted at that 300th day. And that's it. That's the general overview of the launch phase and the bonuses, kind of how they're calculated, how to get them attached to your stake, and how to take full advantage of the different ways to grab a launch phase bonus. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.